Welcome to a Doom Nintendo Switch news roundup. What we'll be doing in this video is rounding up all of the news that we have so far for the Switch version of Doom. So the first thing that we'll be covering is something that may have been leaked today, and that is the release date. According to a Czech retailer, Doom will be coming out on the 13th of December. Currently at this moment in time we know that the game will be coming out holiday or winter 2017. So don't have long to wait for this game, and the 13th of December certainly fits into that. So I guess it could come out then, but I guess we'll just have to wait for official confirmation from Bethesda themselves before we take this leak as real. So yeah, it could come out 13th of December. And I think that is, round about right, just because you got Skyrim from Bethesda coming out in November. Maybe they will release Doom in December. So on to some official news now, and this comes from Bethesda themselves about Doom. So Doom on the Switch will include all updates and DLC, but it will not include the SnapMap level editor, and the online multiplayer will have to be downloaded separately as well. So when you buy the game physically, all what will be on the game card or on the cartridge is the single player. So you will have to download the multiplayer separately, and I think you probably will need to go out and pick up a micro SD card to be able to play in the multiplayer. That's what I am expecting. I am expecting the multiplayer to be more than the 26 gigabytes that is available on the Switch hard drive. So I think you will need to pick up a micro SD card to be able to play the multiplayer for Doom. And the last thing that I need to cover in this video is that Bethesda have said that Doom is custom built for the Switch. Hopefully the Switch version will run really well. Hopefully there will not be any glitches in there. Hopefully the frame rate is stable. Hopefully it will be a locked 30 or 60 FPS will be flipping dream. But I think 30 FPS is the more realistic option. And Bethesda have said that the graphics are not one-to-one with the other platforms, which is to be expected. I'm seeing a lot of people getting disappointed and getting surprised by Doom on the Switch not looking as good as the PS4 version, for example. I think that is to be expected, just because the system itself is less powerful than the PS4. So of course Doom will not look as good on the Switch than the PS4, but you just got to think about the fact that you can take Doom anywhere with you now. You couldn't do that with the PS4, you couldn't do that with the Xbox One. I guess you could do that, play anywhere with a laptop on the Xbox One, but it's not as convenient as on the Switch. That's what you got to think about. I'm not sure why people are surprised and get disappointed when these third-party ports get announced for the Switch, and then it turns out that they don't look as good as the PS4 version. For example, I just don't understand why people get disappointed about that sort of thing. I just think it is expected now that we know the specs of the system itself. I think it is safe to say that any ports from the PS4 and Xbox One will not look as good on the Switch than on the PS4 and Xbox One, because the system itself is not as strong as those other two systems. But if the version has got HD Rumble and gyro support, obviously Doom hasn't, but that is a nice little trade-off. And the fact that you can take this game anywhere with you now, I think that is a nice little trade-off for the game not looking as good as the other versions. I think the game will still look really good. It just won't look as good as the PS4 and Xbox One version, but you are getting a little bit of some extra features in there, like being able to take this game anywhere with you. It's like you can't play Doom on the train at this moment in time, but when the Switch version does come out, you will be able to play Doom wherever you want to. So that is it for this quick little news roundup. I'm excited for Doom on the Switch, and I will be picking this game up day one. Let me know how you are feeling about Doom on the Switch in the comment section below. Are you disappointed that the game will not be having the SnapMap level editor? From what I've heard, that feature isn't really that big of a feature. Apparently it wasn't that good of a feature on the PS4 and Xbox One version, so it doesn't seem to be that much of a loss, to be completely honest, so I'm not really that disappointed about that. Yeah, that is it for this video, and I will see you next time.